Yo, go check out Terrible Tim Witherspoon against Frank Bruno. Thank me later. You won't be disappointed. What a fight that was. It might have been the biggest crowd at a heavyweight fight at the time. It was around 50,000 people at Wembley. Tim Witherspoon, man. These fighters today can learn so much from him. I mean, his defense. He has a technique called rubbernecking where he said he did it against Larry Holmes, and I actually saw it. It's when a fighter swings at you and you turn your neck with it so you don't get hit. And Tim Witherspoon said maybe that's where he made a mistake or something, like maybe the judges thought that Larry Holmes was actually hitting him when he wasn't. But that's another fight, another great fight to check out, by the way. Tim Witherspoon versus Larry Holmes. But the Frank Bruno fight was really action packed. I mean, Tim stopped him in the 11th. Frank Bruno was doing these little pity pat punches and stuff like that, and Tim Witherspoon just unloaded on him, man. Knocked him down. Even when Lennox Lewis had Frank Bruno hurt, he was still on his feet when it got stopped. I think when Tyson stopped him too, he was still on his feet. But Tim Witherspoon had him on the canvas. Just the action-packed fight. I was even starting to watch some of the coverage before the fight. I used to tape all of the coverage for Lennox Lewis fights and some other fights leading up to it. I just like all the hype and the talk. I like watching the guys train. I like seeing where their mind's at, People that are really into boxing, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. But like I said, go check it out. Terrible Tim Witherspoon versus Frank Bruno. Fighters were just real fast back then. I watched the Tim Witherspoon Larry Holmes fight around 2 or 3 times, and they just fought at a different speed. Larry Holmes' jab was fast. Tim Witherspoon's jab was fast. I like Tim's defense, how he does this, and he knows how to block a jab. He didn't waste no energy. I'm on the Larry Holmes fight now. He's bouncing around in the 12th round at a heavyweight, bouncing around. But also Tim, I was watching one of his videos. He was talking about a lot of heavyweights waste energy. And, there's no reason to move around if you don't have to, unless you're just trying to show you got energy. But just stand your ground and get out of the way of punches and block them. Also, I saw Tim talking about there's no reason, I'm not going to mention the fighter's name, but certain fighters like to post all their workouts online. He's saying, why are you showing them your game plan? Leave some mystery about yourself. Make the other guy wonder what you're doing. Why show them everything you're doing in training camp? They might be able to exploit it. I got to get Tim back on the show. We got to talk about that Frank Bruno fight and the Larry Holmes fight. Very exciting fights. And if you watch it, you'll see the different speeds that those fighters fought at. And, yeah. Anyway, it's the J. Roos Theory, LSR Forever. Oh, thank you to everybody who subscribed to my backup platform in WJ, the world's most dangerous boxing platform. Finally reached over 100 subscribers. Last video I did about Roy Jones and NDO champ. That was crazy, by the way. But last video I did about that is now over 10,000 views in like 2 days. And I only had 93 subscribers at the time. Now I'm well over 100. Appreciate that, you guys. Appreciate you commenting, liking, and, subscribing. LSR forever. Be fearless. Yay, yay.